So we got some rather breaking news for the NBA. So Toronto Raptors guard Fred VanVleet, DeAndre Bembry, and Los Angeles Lakers Talen Horton-Tucker have been suspended 1 game without pay. This is due to the for them running onto the court during the OG and Anunoby, Montrezl Harrell, and Dennis Schroeder altercation that was going on. Basically, what happened in that altercation was it was a flurry. It was like a flurry of events. But Dennis Schroeder was driving down the court. I guess he was about to make a layup, and then OG Anunoby kind of like pulled it, kind of gave him like a foul or whatever, and then he kind of like picked him, and then he kind of like picked him up and like I don't want to say threw him on the ground, but like he tossed like not I don't even want to say toss. He just like he picked him up and then he let him go, and then Shorter went to the ground, and obviously Shorter didn't take that too kindly, so Shorter was then ended up like about to like was trying to like kind of get in his face, or not get in his face, but he was kind of like about to confront him, and then Montrezl Harrell started confronting him, and then players were like breaking it up. But Fred VanVleet, DeAndre Bembry, and Talen Horton-Tucker, I guess they weren't playing that game, and they were bent and on the bench. And when you're on the bench, you really can't. You're not allowed to be on the court. So they ended up getting on the court, and because of that, they were suspended 1 game without pay. So you know what, Nate? I'll let you go first. Your thoughts on Fred VanVleet, DeAndre Bembry, and Talen Horton-Tucker being suspended?
You're either gonna like what I'm about to say or you're gonna hate what I'm about to say. I think this is the most pointless suspension ever. You're protecting your players. You're not trying to fight. You're just protecting your players. Really? Well, damn, I might as well go into the NBA, say something to a player. I'm gonna get suspended in 1 game. Really? This is what we're doing now? Let me ask you a question, okay? When did this league become so damn soft? Like, if he actually like went on the court and started fighting, I get that. If he started like throwing punches and whatever, I actually seen the video. I'll throw it in the description down below if you want to go check it out. If he actually started throwing punches, I get the suspension. But the dude just came off the court just to protect his players. You're gonna sit up here and tell me you wouldn't do that? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the suspension is. There's no point to the suspension. It's stupid. That's really the best way I could say about it. Obviously, Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. The one that pushed Dennis Schroeder should have gotten suspended. I'm not sure if he did or not, but he should have gotten suspended because he was the one that shoved him into the ground. You want an excuse to suspend somebody?
Well, he
Suspend
pulled.
him.
He didn't really pull shove him. He pulled him, and then they kind of like got like. It's hard to explain it. Like the video
Yeah,
will be down below, but he was like, he kind of like, he kind of like picked him up, and then kind of like let him go on the ground or something. That's the best way
yeah.
I can.
I mean,
You gotta
I'll
look at the
say that.
video.
I'll say this about this. If you wanted to really suspend someone from this, suspend that guy. Even then, it's kind of. Even then, you could make a case for it being a weak excuse to suspend somebody. But personally, I kind of look at this like the Nick Castellano situation. This is just such a pointless suspension. It's so dumb. That's just me personally. That's what I think about it. I don't really have a lot much else to say about it because I kind of already said what I had to say. But with that being said, you gotta do what you gotta do. The league made the decision, not me. So unfortunately, even though as stupid as it sounds, we have to respect it. So with that being said, best of luck to the players. And yeah, I'll pass on to you now, Mario.
Well, first, I understand it. I understand the rule that if you're on the bench, you're not allowed to get onto the court. I know you're not allowed to do that. So I understand why it is suspended. However, do I agree with it? I completely agree with you, Nate. No, I don't. And the reason why I don't agree with it is because, first of all, I just want to say like no fists were thrown. Like no fists were thrown. This wasn't like a big brawl. Like no fists.
Right,
Nobody
right.
swung. Nobody like was trying to commit any violence to each other. It was just a bunch of guys kind of confronting each other, almost getting into each other's faces. Teams broke it up, and that was that. And then it ended up resulting in Montrezl Harrell and OG Anunoby getting ejected. That's what it resulted in. Those two getting ejected. Here's my question, okay? Because I've seen it happen before. All right. I remember when a ref kind of teched up Timmy. I was about to say Timmy Duncan. You know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Timmy Duncan. I remember when they teched up Tim Duncan. Right. When a ref teched up Tim Duncan was laughing. Right. And then the ref ejected Tim Duncan, and Tim Duncan wasn't even playing that. I don't think, or he was on the bench or something. I can't remember. I got to look up the video, but I remember. I know they can do that. I know you can eject a play. I feel like you can eject a player, or you can like make sure that they're not on the court if something happened. I understand that. So my question is this, okay? You ejected OG Anunoby, you ejected Montrezl Harrell, right? They don't get suspended. Fred VanVleet, DeAndre Bembry, and Talen Horton-Tucker do. And they didn't even get ejected that game. So I don't understand how that makes any sense,
That
you know?
that's
I,
why I'm saying it's so dumb.
I understand, like, you're not allowed to. I understand, you're not allowed to leave your bench, and I understand that rule. But honestly, Nate, if something like this happens, it's a pointless rule. Okay, all they're doing is breaking up their players. Now, I know somebody's gonna say, well, maybe it's because of maybe COVID and that deal. But here's the thing: if there was really any problems with COVID, they wouldn't be on the court. Despite them being injured, they probably still get tested so they could be on the court. They're not gonna have somebody who has COVID in the arena. They're not gonna do that. So. I mean, honestly, Nate, I completely agree with you. It's just a dumb suspension. It really is. I mean, it's only one game, so it could have so I mean and like the NBA could have done a lot worse because personally I still feel like Adam Silver is a very good commissioner. Obviously he's not perfect, nobody is, but I still feel like he's a very good commissioner. I feel like a lot of other commissioners, they could have they would have extended the suspension, and all that type of stuff. But I mean, it's only a 1 game suspension without pay. That 1 game, does that still matter? Absolutely. But I mean, at least it's only 1 game. But I agree with you. This is just stupid. So with that being said, I wish Fred VanVleet the best of luck. I wish DeAndre Bembry the best of luck. I wish Talen Horton-Tucker the best of luck, and I can't wait to see them back on the court.